Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on both the Flash TV show and the movie as well. So the Flash movie, unfortunately, did come and go in a flash and not in a very positive way. And though I really liked the movie, and I really don't understand the hate for it, I think it was just, it was an easy target maybe. Though I do understand some criticisms, which I have agreed with, it is hard to debate in any way, shape or form, though some have tried. I don't know if they've tried that well, but they tried, that the movie was a success in any way. Like, it just lost a lot of money and, Warner Brothers has moved on. They've just stopped mentioning it outside of, like, the necessary mentions of the film, like, certain promotion, stuff like that. Now, this would maybe be a concern for James Gunn going forward with the character, seeing that he is, the Flash as a character is objectively the fourth biggest character, and some would say the third biggest character, but I think, it's pretty safe to say fourth in like DC's hero library, not character library, because you have characters like the Joker and stuff, which would, push Flash down to fifth and stuff like that. But at least he's fourth, at the very least fourth in the hero side of things. But of course, you never doubt James Gunn. You don't know what he's going to do. So I'm sure he's looking for the right person to handle the character, both on the writing side and the directing side, whether it's, wherever that's going to be. And you never know, maybe it's a Flash series that they do and not a movie, though you'd have to think it's a movie with a character that big. But the big question around, that whole thing is when the next era in the Flash in live action is to come about, because the Flash TV show ended its 9-season run only 3 weeks or so before the Flash film hit screens. So this journey for both projects, which pretty much started over the same 12-month period in like 2013, 2014 roughly, has come to an end almost side by side 9/10 years later. So the Flash as a character and property is heading into the unknown, and I think it's going to be a very interesting thing to see what James Gunn does, as we head into the unknown over the next 4, 5, 6 years, whatever it is. And in another final case of fate and connection with these two properties of the Flash TV show starring Grant Gustin and the Flash film starring Ezra Miller, their physical releases come out on the same day as well. They both come out on the same day, that being on August 29th, when the Blu-ray for the Flash Season 9 and the 4K and Blu-ray for the Flash film will hit stores. However, a bit of an asterisk on this, the digital release for the Flash movie actually hits digital platforms like iTunes and stuff like that in less than a week on July 18th. And thanks to that, we know what special features are coming away on that 4K or, digital release. That including some deleted scenes, which could be interesting to see what they contain. And both the Flash TV and movie will contain a mutual special feature. So I'm interested to see what that could feature in the feature, if it's relevant to both the TV and movie side of things. I didn't realize at first it was the same thing until I, pretty much like 2 minutes before I record this video, I had to look and was like, hold on, there's the exact same words. So I think they're the exact same feature. So what could it contain? Who knows? So we will go over the Flash Season 9 special features first and then the movie special features, but let me know in the comment section down below, will you be getting either of these? Will you be getting both? Will you be getting neither? I know that the Flash TV show is getting a big 9-season Blu-ray bundle. I don't know if it'd be like a box set with the individual discs or like one of those fat, thick Blu-ray ones where it's like ridiculous, almost like an old VHS tape cassette sort of case thing. So yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like, but they are releasing that bundle which has all the episodes and all the special features from all 9 seasons. So maybe that's the best one to get if you haven't bought any of the Blu-rays or only have one of them. But yeah, if you have like 6, 7, 8 like myself, then you're probably not going to get that big bundle. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you might be picking up either of that, whether it's the TV or the movie side of things. So yeah, the first thing to go over is the Flash TV special features just on the Season 9 Blu-ray. And there is only 3 things, though they'd probably be like, I don't know, it depends on what the big featurette, how long that goes for. But, I'd probably say it's like maybe 30, 40 minutes worth of content, depending on how many certain things there are in the particular categories. But the first special feature is The Flash, the Saga of the Scarlet Speedster, this being a featurette. Now, this will probably be something that goes for like 10, 15 minutes, something like that. These can go for like half an hour, but it really depends on what it is. Like, I don't know if this is going to be something that's comprised of like previous documentary footage from other things. I'm not too sure, or if it's something specifically made for, this year in certain releases. So that could be what it is. I'm not too sure. It's a wait and see. Like sometimes you get like the Blu-rays for the movies and stuff and you flick something on. I remember they released like a Joker one and it's like 2 minutes of new stuff, and all the rest of it was like a half an hour, 40 minutes, something was like compiled from other documentaries that you'd already watched. So hopefully it's new footage and it's worth, or at least mostly new footage and it's worth watching. The next thing is deleted scenes. I'm curious to see what this is because, like, I don't know if there would actually be that many worthwhile deleted scenes from season 9. There might be some cool stuff from like episode 9 or 10, and maybe even the finale, for example. We know there was one. No, actually, we know there was 2 scenes cut from the series finale. So I'd assume they might be in there, but then again, they might have been scenes that were deleted before they even filmed them. So I'm not exactly sure, but there was 2 from the finale we know of, but I don't know if they were actually filmed or not. So that's a wait and see. So I guess we'll find out in the deleted scenes thing if it's there. And like with any Blu-ray for any real show, for any season of any show, there is a gag reel. So yeah. I don't really care for those too much, but some people really like them. So yeah, that's a bonus thing there, I guess, the gag reel. But yeah, so there's only 3 things there for the TV side of things. But once you get into like past like a season 1 or 2 of a show, you usually drop to like low sort of amounts of special features. So it's not too much of a surprise. Like really, most people just look forward to the deleted scenes and well, they're on there. But now let's move on to the movie side of things where there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of special features here. So the first one is something that I actually remember them saying that it was going to be on here, but I forgot that it would actually be on here at the same time. So The Flash Escape the Midnight Circus, the podcast, that's all going to be on here. The 6-part original scripted audio series featuring Max Greenfield as the Flash, that's going to be on the 4K here. Now, with the deleted scenes and stuff like that, they would, I think, usually come on the digital thing, but a lot of these bonus things are sometimes only on the physical. So I don't know if on the digital release that will be on there. That might be for end of August, because also the actual podcast series won't be done airing its weekly thing. I think they have 2 episodes left by the time this comes out. So I don't expect this to be on the digital release, but at the same time it might be. So keep your eyes out, I guess, but it'll definitely be on the physical release come the end of August. The next thing is also The Flash Escape the Midnight Circus behind the scenes. So we sort of saw that already. They released something on Instagram and Twitter and stuff about this. So it'll just be like an extended version of that, I guess. But they already sort of showed us what that setup would be like. So I guess it's a little tiny bit of a bonus, but you wouldn't buy it specifically just for this. The next thing is deleted scenes. Now it says deleted scenes of 1/4. So I think this means there's 4 deleted scenes. I'm going to assume that's what it means, because I don't know what that wording would be, but it says deleted scenes of 1/4. So yeah, I'm just going to assume there's 4 deleted scenes. I don't know specifically what the deleted scenes would contain in the Flash movie. Maybe it might be something toward like that deleted because like of context or certain changes because of like the DCU going forward. So that might be of interest. But then again, at the same time, it might not feature anything that relevant. I think one scene we know was deleted was something with, I think it might have been, yeah, it could even be like in the fight scene at the beginning and stuff like that. And there might be like a Michael Keaton deleted scene. Maybe, but I'm just wondering, would they put that alternate ending in there? I don't think they would. I have a feeling they wouldn't do that, but they might, you never know. And then we get into the featurette side of things. So this is usually the stock standard thing you get in a bunch of these superhero comic book Blu-rays is the featurettes, where it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff mixed with like maybe the writer and the director talking before they even film the movie, maybe someone like a Jim Lee or whoever wrote the comic maybe saying something, whatever it might be, and then the actors chiming in, things like that. So the first featurette is Saving Supergirl, probably going through like the schematics, well not the schematics, but like the design of that Soviet prison and everything like that. The next thing is the Bat Chase. I don't know if this is about the Ben Affleck one. I want to say it is. I think it might be about the Ben Affleck opening fight scene. So I'm going to assume that is. The next thing is Battling Zod, which might talk about how they folded in Man of Steel and this, into this new Flashpoint timeline thing. That's what I'd assume it would be at the very least. The next one is Fighting Dark Flash, which, I mean, he wasn't in the movie that long, so I don't know if it'd be that long of a featurette, but they might talk about like designing Dark Flash and why they chose that thing. And they might even explain why they specifically chose Dark Flash over Reverse Flash, that they might try and avoid that at the same time. But they'll probably just talk about like designing Dark Flash and maybe even like the Speed Force in general. The next thing is the thing that it actually shares with the Flash TV show, which is The Flash, the Saga of the Scarlet Speedster featurette. So this is the thing it shares with the TV show's special features as well. So I'm very interested, as I said, to see, what's in there. I feel like it's just going to be like maybe talking about Barry Allen specifically, because he is usually the one that's called the Scarlet Speedster. So it might be talking about like, Barry Allen's first comic. They might even bring up the 90s show. And, you know, even like when he came back in the comics in Flash Rebirth and then Flashpoint Paradox and then the TV show and how that led into the movie, then also maybe mentioning the Justice League movie as well. So that's probably what that featurette is. But the fact it's on the TV thing makes me think there's a decent amount of the TV show in there as well. So yeah, it might just be like the road of Barry Allen leading up to this movie. That's what it might be. And then finishing off with some Ezra Miller stuff as well. So that's what I'd assume at the very least, but that's a wait and see. Next up is Making the Flash, Worlds Collide, which are probably just a general behind the scenes of the production, you have to assume. Next up is Let's Get Nuts, Batman Returns. Again, obviously this will be focusing on Michael Keaton's Batman, maybe talking about like updating the suit, maybe even the process of getting Michael Keaton to come back, maybe his reaction to coming back, maybe even showing how the Batcave was built and stuff like that. Probably something around that. The next thing is Supergirl, Last Daughter of Krypton. Obviously a Supergirl behind the scenes featurette. Maybe talking once again about the suit, styling her, because obviously they cut her hair for it, why they chose that, you know, various things like that, and even behind the scenes of the casting. And finally, Flashpoint, introducing the Multiverse Featurette. Now, this should be a very interesting one to see how they talk about the multiverse, maybe different plans they had, and things like that. So that might be, I think in regards to these featurettes, the ones I'm looking forward to the most are probably deleted scenes just out of general and basic curiosity. Obviously the Saga of the Scarlet Speedster because I like Barry Allen. And I guess probably the Flashpoint introducing the multiverse just because I'm not exactly sure what they'd have there. So my curiosity is piqued just based off me not knowing what's going to be going on there exactly. Now, one of these featurettes, or at least part of the featurettes, was released online already. I did see it through the Flash Film News Twitter account, so I should be able to link that video down below if it hasn't been deleted yet. So if you can click it and it shows something, then congratulations. I'm not sure which one it would be of the ones we just talked about. I think it might be from like the Making the Flash featurette. That's the only one that I look at and go, that makes sense, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll have to wait until the special features are out properly to be 100% sure if that's the case or not. But I feel like it's probably from Making the Flash. But it also could be from the Saga of the Scarlet Speedster towards the end of it. But then again, it could also be from Flashpoint. I'm not too sure. It's from something in there, obviously. But yeah, you can click the link down below to see that, at least part of that featurette, already before the thing even comes out next week. But yeah, I love behind the scenes. I love special features. I'm a big physical collector. I like buying the 4Ks and the Blu-rays because I like listening to director commentary, which I'm disappointed by. At least from what we're seeing here, there isn't any director commentary. I wouldn't have minded watching the movie and listening to Andy Muschietti talk and Barbara Muschietti most likely talk about the film. But what can you do? Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But I do like the behind the scenes stuff. So I'll definitely be tuning into it whenever I can get my hands onto it and, you know, watch it potentially. But yeah, but thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome. You could drop a like and it shows support. Let me know in the comment section down below. You're going to be picking up any of this stuff. Which of these things are you most curious to watch? I'm sure most people would be like the Saga of the Scarlet Speedster because it seems to like touch upon different bases. But that Flashpoint introducing the multiverse piques my interest, as I said before. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on this and what you're looking forward to the most. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.